Welcome back, everyone. My name is Ember, and today we are continuing our One Piece journey with Volume 24. We are finally jumping into the Sky Island / Skypiea saga. Before we get into Skypiea proper, though, this is the first half of the Jaya arc that we are covering today. This is chapters 217 through 226. So this starts with the very last chapter of the Alabasta saga. We get some cleanup on that. And it turns out that Nico Robin snuck onto their ship. And it goes all the way up through Luffy's, the Straw Hats encounter with, what was this guy's name? Shoujo, the Salvage King of this. Lot of stuff happened. I like these, like, smaller arc. Like, the big arcs are still really cool, and I love them. But I like that these smaller arcs tend to be jammed in with, like, a lot of world-building intro. A lot of, like, they seem to have there's a lot of miscellaneous ideas that get thrown together in these, smaller arcs. And there was a lot to chew on in this. Before that, though, we have the final wrap up to Alabasta, in which Oda continues to refuse to kill off characters. We see that Pell is most likely not dead. Really hoping that that stops at some point, because I've said before that bringing characters back to life is fine as long as it's earned, but it doesn't really feel earned in these particular instances. Like, there's no real justification for them. Like, Pell fucking exploded. Like, why? Why bring him back? What? So, hopefully that goes away at some point. That's really my biggest gripe with One Piece at this point, is just the refusal to let characters who die stay dead. But anyway, so Robin is now tentatively part of the crew. She seems to be gelling pretty nicely with them so far. At least she's or at least she seems to be worming her way into the crew very nicely. I will say the first few chapters of this did answer my question from the last volume about how Luffy got the antidote to the poison. Turns out it was Robin who did it. Turns out Robin was intending to betray Crocodile all along. She's in fact a good girl, as it turns out. At least as far as good is concerned in the world of One Piece. But I like the little note that she's an archaeologist. That's going to be a fun little detail to explore, that she's searching for the true history of the world. Just adds another seemingly impossible task for the Straw Hats to try and accomplish. That'll be fun to chew on for future. Maybe we'll get some hints and clues as the story progresses. But for now, definitely liking Robin quite a bit. She's fun and just competent, so that's good. Then we run into the I think it was Masira? Or Mari, the one monkey dude. I forgot what his name is. Hold on, can I find him? I don't particularly care what his name is, but so again, this is another instance of Oda just putting in just a lot of ideas. The idea of a salvager, and also he's a monkey. And so we get some aesthetic parallels to Luffy a little bit. and they kind of just go at it slightly. He's more of a joke character than anything else, but he's a fun joke character so far. The part where they got eaten by the turtle and Luffy and Zoro didn't even seem to notice, that was kind of funny. But then, I love these, like, just hints of very seemingly random world building. Like, we get these fucking giants that dwarf even the turtle that ate Luffy and the crew. Like, just the sheer scale of these guys and how they just barely managed to get away from them. Just knowing that something like this exists in the world of One Piece is really cool. It's just a nice little... It's a detail that didn't need to be there. Like, but it's so... It was just a fun little thing. Maybe it's setting up something for the future. That would be kind of cool. Because, I mean, we already set up, like... We already had, like, giants in the form of Dory and Broggy. Or Broggy. I forget what his name is. But, now we've got these absolutely fucking massive giants. These, like, Lovecraftian kind of just bizarre, out of this world life. And just really puts a lot of stuff into perspective. The Grand Line do not fuck around. So that was one of my favorite details from this chapter, and just the framing of it is just so cool. There were a lot of really good double page spreads in this one. In any case, so then we move on to Jaya Island. The scene at the bar was really fun, where Luffy and Zoro just refused to fight because Nami told them not to. And they just continuously let themselves get pounded, but they seem none too much affected by it. And I like that brief flashback to just the image of Shanks saying something. It reminds you a lot of that first chapter where the mountain bandits just beat the shit out of Shanks in the bar. Luffy and crew are kind of above the middling class of pirates at this point. They know it doesn't matter to them that these pirates have given up on the fantastic dreams of the One Piece and Sky Island and whatnot. It doesn't matter that there are people like this in the world. Luffy and Zoro and crew are just dead set on their dream. Doesn't matter who says that they can't, they're just gonna go for it. And then this dude, now I might have accidentally spoiled myself on who this is just when I was looking around the wiki. This dude, who at first Luffy just meets in a bar, let me go, this guy right here. I'm not gonna say who he is that I got spoiled on, but we'll get to it later. I'm sure it'll tell me at the end of we'll get to it in the end of the next volume. But, this dude, like, at first, him and Luffy just don't fucking get along at all on, like, just purely, totally not inconsequential details, but, again, just really cool double-page spreads in this volume. Like, even though they had a bit of a pissing contest earlier, Luffy and him have this just heart-to-heart where they're just like, fuck those guys. They don't know what they're talking about. You don't need to give up on your dreams. I know you're not. And you don't need to use your fists to show how powerful you are. So, really interested in seeing what this guy adds to the story, because he's a fucking massive dude. Like, he's no giant, obviously, but he's got some heft to him. So, and he's got a really fucking awesome design. Really excited to see more of him later on. And yeah, last little bit is when Shoujo shows up, the other monkey pirate dude. the other monkey salvager guy. This guy's an orangutan, I guess. Who has sonic powers, I guess. Sorry, I'm a bit tired today. Very long day for me. Very, very long day. But yeah, just in general, a lot of characters were introduced in this chapter or in this volume that probably won't stick around for too long, but they all have very different dynamics. We have like Squash or whatever his name is with the blades. We've got Bellamy, the hyena. We've got the two monkey captains. Just a lot of really interesting characters that I imagine are going to come into play in the second half of this arc. And with really interesting move sets and power sets. The sonic screeching of the orangutan guy is really clever. This is just a generally really fun volume. It's a nice cool down after the heft of Alabasta, but it doesn't like slow down. It's still throwing information at you constantly, but it's just a different kind of information. Just more world building, more thematic reinforcement. Not new thematic ideas, but more reinforcing the themes that we've already touched upon. So, good volume. Can't wait to see how the second half of the Jaya arc goes. And then after that, we're jumping into Skypiea proper. Well, apparently there's some god character or something in that, from what I've heard. So, that'll be interesting to see. Looking forward to all the new antagonists. Looking forward to seeing what Robin does in the future. But in any case, that's the end of this video. Be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment and all that jazz. My name is Ember, and I'll see you next time.